The Amazon rainforest is home to a startling array of different species of flora and fauna, and the magic of evolution has resulted in some beautiful, fascinating, and in some cases bizarre creatures. But it's not just the animals that make the Amazon forest a strange place. There are also pretty wild and weird things that have been found in this lung of the planet. So, put on your shoes, pack your bag, and let's venture into the depths of the Amazon to uncover some of its strangest treasures. Let's start our journey with number 15, Mapinguari. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, the locals have been talking for centuries about a mysterious, 7-foot-tall creature with a stench so powerful it could knock out a herd of elephants. Known as the Mapinguari, this giant roaring or fetid beast has captured the imagination of not only tribes that never met, but also researchers who've mounted expeditions to track it down. Without much luck, of course. No bones, no footprints, no scat samples, just tales of a creature that's so foul-smelling it leaves hunters disoriented and gasping for air. But that hasn't stopped nerds from trekking into the jungle, noses pinched and hopes high. Some dudes think the Mapinguari might be a distant memory of the giant ground sloths that roamed the earth 10,000 years ago. Others say the legend could just be too stinky to die, passed down through generations. Extinct species can survive as legends for centuries, says David Oren, a former nerd. But whether this beast is still lurking in the shadows, or is it just a whiff of folklore? Well, that remains anyone's guess. Number 14, geoglyphs. Although there are places in the Amazon where the tree canopy is so thick that no light reaches the ground, there are other spots where humans, and let's say there are a lot of them, are reshaping the landscape. In these areas, farming, ranching, and various human activities have left deep imprints. But it's not just modern-day humans making their mark. Recent clear-cutting has found remnants of ancient civilizations, revealing 2,000-year-old geometric earthworks, massive squares and circles that stretch across vast swaths of land, sometimes as big as a city block. Some trenches are an astonishing 12 feet wide and 13 feet deep. While nerds still debate the exact goal of these ancient geoglyphs, a study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences offers unique insights. Archaeologist Jennifer Watling, who led the study, said that these ancient dudes were far better than once thought. Pre-colonial Amazonia likely supported a population of 6 to 10 million, and these early inhabitants were experts at managing the forest, enhancing its productivity in ways that were sustainable for future generations. Number 13, Amazonian giant centipedes. Well, we can certainly say no one likes these creepy crawlies, especially when they're as big as your arm. The Amazonian giant centipede, one of the largest insects on Earth, can grow up to a foot long, making it a true nightmare for anyone who has a fear of things that scurry. You can find this monstrous critter roaming the dense underbrush near the Amazon River, where it has a rather unique diet. It preys on lizards, amphibians, and even small mammals that venture too close to its hunting grounds. But size isn't its only terrifying trait. The monstrous centipede packs a venomous punch, literally. It uses sharp curved claws on its head to inject venom into its victims, paralyzing them before devouring them alive. Imagine that. This isn't just any ordinary bug. It's a mini predator in the heart of the jungle. So if you even plan a trip to the Amazon, watch your step. One bite and the experience would surely become unforgettable. Number 12. Pink dolphin. Probably the most famous, and certainly the most stylish, residents of the Amazon River, the Amazon pink river dolphin, or baboto as it's known locally, can grow larger than your average human. But what really sets these dolphins apart isn't just their size. It's that eye-catching, blush-inducing pink hue. While the exact reason for this unique coloration remains a bit of a mystery, Scientists suspect it's linked to blood capillaries near the surface of the skin. But here's the real kicker. The boto isn't just a pretty face in the water. According to local legend, as the sun sets and the Amazon slips into twilight, these dolphins have a habit of transforming into handsome men. They then proceed to hypnotize and seduce unsuspecting young women. So, if you're ever in the Amazon at night and you spot a charming stranger with an oddly familiar grin, maybe, just maybe, he's not exactly who he appears to be. Keep an eye out. Now let's move to number 11. Bullet ant. While this scary shit might not be the absolute creepiest thing lurking in the Amazon, it definitely holds its own as one of the most painful, and most painful, it turns out, by design. Meet the one and only bullet ant, or as the locals call it, Paraponera clavata, a fierce minigun native to the rainforests of Central and South America. These bad boys are not only huge, up to 1.2 inches long, but they pack a punch that'll make you wish you'd stayed home. The sting from a bullet ant ranks a painful 4.0 plus on the Schmidt-Sting Pain Index, which, for the record, is like being shot. Seriously, that's how they describe it. The pain is excruciating and, fun fact, lasts a whole 24 hours. But don't worry, while the venom isn't deadly, it does cause temporary paralysis to the stung area. In a bizarre twist, the Sateré-Moé people of Brazil use these ants for an initiation rite. Imagine wearing a glove full of these things and having to endure their venomous sting for a full 10 minutes. Number 10. Silkhenge. Well, we all know that the Amazon rainforest is home to some of the most bizarre wildlife on Earth, but not all of it is massive. In the dense, remote jungles of Tambopata, Peru, scientists have been baffled for years by a strange and tiny phenomenon: mysterious silk structures that resemble miniature Stonehenge. These delicate, intricate formations consist of a ring of pillars connected by horizontal threads with a cone in the center. For years, researchers had no idea who or what was responsible for building these peculiar silkhenge structures. However, after closely studying the site, scientists finally discovered the builders: spiders. Yet the mystery remains. No one is certain which species of spider is responsible. Adding to the enigma, these spiders lay only a single egg inside the cone, a behavior unlike any other species. Most spiders, in contrast, protect a bundle of eggs on their webs until they hatch. This strange behavior still puzzles nerds, leaving the silkhenge a riddle yet to be fully solved. Now let's move to number 9. An ancient UFO spotted above the Amazon. While some of the entries on this list very much, definitely, 100% exist, the evidence for other entries is a little thin on the ground, and this definitely falls into the latter category. That said, aren't all UFO sightings somewhat speculative? Well, in 2016, a bizarre object was caught on satellite images hidden within the Amazon canopy in the Brazilian state of Rondônia, leaving some viewers to suggest its origins and explanation could be alien in nature. A member of UFO investigators Secure Team 10 told the Mirror that the shiny orbs were spotted by a viewer searching through Google Maps. He added that the Amazon rainforest is no stranger to reported UFO sightings. Well, even if it's true, as they say, never trust Google. It can even show you a dragon in the backyard or maybe a dog with 6 legs. So keep it in mind. Now let's move to number 8. The boiling river of the Amazon. Rivers are typically cold, refreshing bodies of water, perfect for a dip on a hot day. But imagine a river so hot that getting too close could kill you. Welcome to the boiling river of the Amazon, also known as the Chanay-Timpishka River in Peru. This natural wonder is no ordinary river. Stretching over 4 miles, the river reaches temperatures so extreme that even standing near it can cause third-degree burns in a matter of seconds. At its coolest, the water sits at a blistering 113 degrees Celsius, but it can heat up to a mind-melting 212 degrees Celsius. the boiling point of water. The boiling river isn't just some freak of nature, it's the result of geothermal activity deep within the earth. Hot springs below the surface heat the water before it flows into the river. For locals, it's both a dangerous marvel and a breathtaking natural phenomenon. While swimming in this boiling beast may be out of the question, it remains one of the Amazon's most jaw-dropping secrets. Number 7. Goliath bird eater. Some creatures get right to the point when it comes to naming. The Goliath bird eater is one such animal. It's massive, and yes, it does eat birds. But it's far more terrifying than its name suggests. As the largest spider on Earth, the Goliath bird eater weighs up to half a pound and boasts a leg span of nearly a foot. But its size isn't the only thing that makes it terrifying. The way it hunts is nothing short of gruesome. With inch-long fangs filled with venom, the Goliath bird eater delivers a bite that paralyzes its prey, liquefying its insides before the spider sucks out the gooey contents. While the venom isn't deadly to humans, it does cause an intense burning sensation, making it feel like a wasp sting. But for this spider, a wasp sting is nothing compared to the horror it inflicts on its prey. Number 6. Glass frog. Imagine a frog that lets you see its internal organs without ever having to dissect it. Sounds like something out of a horror movie, right? But in the Amazon, this is a reality. The glass frog, native to the rainforests, has transparent skin on its abdomen, allowing you to peer directly at its heart, lungs, and intestines. While its green skin provides some camouflage, its underbelly reveals an anatomical wonder. This fascinating creature has puzzled scientists, as its transparency doesn't seem to serve any obvious evolutionary advantage, but it is certainly a unique trait. The frog's diet and survival mechanisms remain largely unknown, and research into its biology is still ongoing. What makes it even more interesting is its cultural significance. Colombia even featured the glass frog on their 500 peso coin. For many, the glass frog is a living biology lesson, showcasing the strange and beautiful wonders of the Amazon. Would you dare to look inside? Number 5. Jesus lizard. The Jesus lizard, or green basilisk, is a true marvel of the Amazon. At first glance, it's a typical Amazonian lizard, around 2 feet long, living in the trees and feeding on plants and insects. But what makes it legendary is its astonishing ability to run across water. When threatened by predators, the Jesus lizard can sprint across the water to escape. This miraculous feat isn't divine intervention, but rather a result of its unique evolutionary adaptation. The lizard's rear feet are equipped with long toes and extra skin flaps, which help it create air pockets, keeping it afloat on the water's surface. Like a Scooby-Doo chase, it propels itself at high speed, skimming over the water for about 15 feet before gravity takes over. Although it can't keep it up indefinitely, the Jesus lizard's ability to walk on water remains one of nature's most intriguing feats. Number 4. Walking palm tree. The walking palm tree of the Amazon is one of the most enigmatic and fascinating legends in the plant world. At first glance, it looks like something straight out of a fantasy novel, with a trunk that splits into numerous roots, giving it the appearance of having more legs than a spider. Locals believe the tree walks, shifting its position by letting older roots die and new ones grow towards the sun. This myth has earned the tree its name, evoking images of a living, moving plant. However, while the tree may look like it's in motion, the truth is far less dramatic. The walking palm does not actually move. Its roots don't seek sunlight, and the tree remains anchored in the same spot where it began. Despite its wild reputation, this tree's mobility exists only in legend, making it a beautiful but stationary spectacle in the Amazon. Number 3. Jabuticaba. At first glance, the Jabuticaba might seem sickly, covered in dark, lumpy growths that resemble tree tumors. But don't be fooled. These lumps are actually fruits, and not just any fruits. They are small, grape-like orbs that grow directly on the tree's trunk, creating a striking visual effect. The Jabuticaba is a unique tree in the Amazon, with its trunk completely covered in these delicious edible fruits. This unusual adaptation serves a purpose. It attracts animals that can't climb trees, allowing them to feast on the fruits. Twice a year, the tree produces these stunning berries, and when not fruiting, its trunk is adorned with delicate white flowers, making it one of the most visually beautiful trees in the region. While the Jabuticaba can't survive in cooler climates, it remains a fascinating and vibrant symbol of the Amazon's strange natural wonders. Number 2. Lanternfly. Don't let the name fool you. This odd-looking insect looks more like a moth than a fly, and their massive peanut-shaped heads don't light up. They have vivid spots on their wings that some people believe help to scare off predators by mimicking the eyes of a much bigger and larger animal. What makes it strange? Well, let's say it's a pretty lot. There's a myth in certain local populations that if the lanternfly bites someone, which it doesn't, they'll die if they don't have sex within a day. We wonder how many young Amazonian men have tried using that line. Well, forget it. Let's move to Number 1. The green anaconda. Let's be clear. When it comes to huge, terrifying snakes, the green anaconda is the king. Found primarily in the Amazon rainforest, this hulking reptile can grow between 20 to 30 feet long and weigh over 550 pounds. Though the reticulated python may surpass the green anaconda in length, nothing can match its sheer mass. This monster of a snake is not just big for the sake of being big, it's a ruthless predator. Its method of hunting? Well, it's a brutal punishment. This ginormous beast wraps itself around prey and squeezes it until every single bone is crushed and merges into each other before swallowing it whole. Its dinner options are not just small feats either. Wild pigs, capybaras, and even jaguars have been known to fall prey to these creatures. While they're very elusive, green anacondas are not endangered, though their numbers remain difficult to estimate. The Amazon is full of giant creatures, but the anaconda is undoubtedly one of the most fearsome. If you're afraid of snakes, this one is sure to make your blood run cold. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.